All right, let's go to the chat here, and then I'll drop in. So in the link, I dropped meet.hyperfy.xyz. There you can we can huddle there, and you could see what I'm going to be sharing on the screen. So I am going to share the screen as well once I figure out where the screen share button is. Perfect. And then on the screen, you guys should see I'm in a Hyperfy world, the Meet world. I'm also going to drop a Hyperfy share, a video share, and if I am lucky, whoops, I should be able to also screen share here. So let me get up here, window, and now we have some Inception running here. So I'm sharing this. I'm sharing this on the Discord, and also, oh no, I got disconnected. Let's see. Maybe it's too much. But anyway, today it's going to be a pretty short one because Ash is not able to make it this time around, and so we're going to go through just kind of some of the apps that I've been seeing from the group here. And then we could kind of talk through if there's anything anybody is working on or wants to learn more about. I could try to pull folks in and tag them. So one of the things that I noticed from the recent week has been an update to the UI. So if you look on the left side of here, we're getting updates here, and soon we're going to get actually a lot more little tabs on the left for builder mode. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how how close we can get to the palette. And let me see if I could find the link. Let me see where it was. So there we go. So I'm going to forward this into the chat. And let's see where this is. Into the stage. And then see if I could share that on screen. Does it show? It doesn't show. Oh yeah, well it shows on, this should show on Discord. So you should be able to see kind of apps model page. And so the idea here is that we're going to have the palette basically back in action. So I'm pretty excited to see this progress further. And so that's being worked on in, I believe, in a separate thread. I don't think it's dev, so it's not completely ready yet. But soon enough, we will have the palettes back in business. And let's see what else we got going on. And then from there, in the announcements, I posted quite a few stuff there, so definitely check that out. Let's see what else. The other really cool thing that I saw recently, I'm going to hopefully share this on the screen. Let me see. I keep getting disconnected from the Meet world, so I think streaming two things at the same time may not be ideal. Let's see. So let's see if this works. Oh no, it's just disconnected me. All right, so I'll just share the screen, and on Discord you guys can see what I'm sharing. Oh no, let me share the whole screen. There you go. So you guys should now be able to see what I was mentioning here about the live communication. So Crew worked on this one. I think it's a hype package mod, so not necessarily already in development, but this is something that is going to be coming in that he's experimenting with. So basically, this is like on your phone, you could be typing and it'll show up as you're typing and also display in world. So super interesting metaverse stuff happening there. And let's Let's see what else we got going on. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and that's the power of Hyperfy in terms of the engine, because in the end these are just API calls that you're making between the systems, and so just being able to that's what makes it so powerful is that it just runs on a web browser. You don't need an installed application or anything. You just use your native web browser, and it'll integrate and send data where it needs to. And so, let's see what else we got. There's also this very cool, let's go to copy link. And then let me see if I can, I'll try meet.hyperfy again, but another neat thing that Peasy was showing is this is, I believe, I don't think this is using the new UI, so you can see that this is the old UI, and oh, there's no video. I'm gonna have to download. I'll get the video so you guys can see it live. Essentially, this allows you to interact and script within the world, and so right now it's connected. So Peasy's is connected to Eliza. But it is something you could connect to, like OpenRouter and other things that you could use to command. Oh, there we go. Finally got it. And so this is the ability to basically select your AI that you want to chat with in world, and then while you're chatting with it, you could have it interact and edit scripts and stuff. And so this is another example of just being able to just integrate stuff from the internet, basically, and pull data that you need to pull. I'm trying to see where there's that AI assistant. I'm trying to get a better image of the AI assistant. There is something that, let's see what we got. What was this? I guess this is an example of this. So basically, this is an example of a chat between it within the world interacting with a cube, basically. And this is like analyzing the server code, and basically, I would say we're getting close to the IDE. We're getting close to just having an integrated development environment right in the world. Where you could do a bunch of coding configuration only in the world, and you don't have to use an offline editor or anything like that. And let me see if I can get Meet. I'm going to try getting Meet one more time, and if not, we will have to just there you go. We will just have to work with what we got. Let's see what else there was. Not necessarily related to AI and the new UI and all that stuff, but Gert-Jan is creating like a neon sign app. So this is very early testing that he's doing, that he shared on the developer chat, but worth checking out. It's basically being able to just type in numbers and text, and it'll create like neon signs of that stuff. So super interesting thing that he got going on with kind of converting text into apps, into visual 3D objects. I'm sure Vox will be really excited when this gets like Bloom and stuff like that added to it. And so what else? What do we have here? In other news with Gert-Jan, there's also a rocket. So let me download the rocket launcher. And so this is the rocket launcher. And so this is in world. So I got disconnected again. but hopefully you guys can kind of see what I see. And so, yep, the rocket's gone now. Oh, there it is. We got another one. And so with color, this probably would look much better. Is anybody in the meat world? I'm curious if you guys can see the screen, or it's got disconnected as well. Let me jump over to the stage here. So can anybody, if anybody's inside of the world, you can see my screen. That's interesting. So it says I'm disconnected. So all right, cool. As long as it works. And let's see what else we got going on. There's Dr. Doge playing what appears to be Pokemon, the trading card game. So I am going to pull that up in a bit once I get that loaded here. So I'll throw that on the screen here. Pokemon. And so that is I'm not sure how many of you folks are Pokemon or trading card game fans, but I think something like that could be pretty powerful to, yeah, interesting. You see the rocket too. And so super interesting kind of stuff that Dr. Doge is working on to show the integration or kind of playing card games in world. I believe that's a pretty neat use case, that you could have like cards that you can bring to a world and play with them. I see Rustan. If you want to come up and talk or anything like that, you're more than welcome to do that. I know you don't grace us as much as we'd love to have you with us. And so, let's see what else we got. We got PZ in 3D. Let's see, crew. I showed you the cross-world communication. The UI we talked about. I guess the last thing that I'll have here, I'll drop a link here. This is a conference that's happening, Solana Accelerate in New York, in about 2-3 weeks. Let's see, let me calculate this. 2.5 or so weeks. If anybody's interested, let us know in general. There's a couple community members that are going to this, so it'll be neat to do that. I know Mudbone, we've been trying to figure out how to, prepare for this, see if there's anything we can stand up to show people Hyperfy. And I think the pool, the Rustan's pool, I think is one of the good options for showing off some world, a 3D world that's also enabled for mobile, or optimized for mobile. And so we could actually hop over there and Hyperfy. Cool. For me, it loads reasonably well on mobile. It took like 20 seconds, but I'm on VPN streaming like 100 things, so now it's probably going to be a little slow. But yeah, a call out for anybody is, if you have any mobile friendly worlds, we would highly appreciate if you could share those, because those we could kind of use to present and show off as a link. So other folks can kind of see the power of Hyperfy on the phone. Sko, I see you're on. Hello. And so eventually this will load. I'm sure my stream is probably super slow right now. What else do we have? We have the link there, 3D design. Yeah, no, is there anything from the community, any things that you guys are working on you want to link? Valiant, have your raptors rebelled against you yet and ran off? Or are they still hanging out in your worlds, ready to be raced with? Hyperfly. Yeah, sometimes I say Hyperfly by accident. Ash loves it. And then I'm going to check out the all hypes folder to see if there's anything else that we have there. Vox made a hype. I'll check it out. So I'm going to go to the world. I'm going to go ahead and drop this into the world and see if it works. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's neat. I really just want the color though. Let's see. XYZ. Still adding to it. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Let's see. So I added to the meat world. Hopefully you folks can see in the meat world. This is Vox's one of his first apps that he's built and shared. He's using some UV scrolling magic, I believe, and this provides lighting in the world as well. So it has bloom on it. Let's see what we got. What other apps? We're entering the Ruverse. Yeah, Valiant says that he's still working to get a working race system together. And so Valiant, is it like the checkpoints that are not really being compliant, or is it more of like a design, like creating a racetrack? Because we have Pete. Pete is super. He's built a couple racetrack worlds, and so if it's design stuff that you might need help with, Pete might be a good person to reach out to design the world if needed. And Rustan XYZ does not like my internet connection. Could be because of my VPN. In the meantime, I'm going to download the day-night weather app. Let's see, hopefully it doesn't create a storm in this world. Oh man, I may have overloaded it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's see. I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart the world here, or re-sign in. Yeah, Rustan, your world does not like me. But Pearl Hyacinth likes the world. She says it's a beautiful world. I will believe it. Let's see. I'm gonna go on to a different browser and see if it makes if it helps. And for whatever reason, I am completely unable to use Meet Hyperfy. I keep getting disconnected. I think I have maybe too many things running. Oh, a race manager, yeah. So yeah, for Valiant's Raptor Racing, yeah, I can see that being a challenge. Getting apps to communicate with each other can be difficult. I know Umka and a few other folks have done a lot with like writing to the database. There's some sort of database on the back end that you can write data to and retrieve it from the app. But I do know interactive elements that rely on each other can be complex to set up. But yeah, definitely those guys may be able to help guide or kind of show you some examples of how to communicate apps between each other. And thanks Valiant for the screen capture. That helps me kind of figure out it's showing me disconnected, but it's sharing the screen anyway, so that's kind of wild. Let's see. And yeah, let's see if there's anything else. So is there anything else from the group here? We'll probably end this a little bit early. Ash can make it, and the normal group that we normally have talking, presenting things, not on right at the moment. And so, let's see what else there was here. All hypes. Trying to find. We have grass app. We also, oops, throw some grass in here. Oh yeah, look at that. And let's see what else. So yeah, I'm grabbing apps from the all hypes area. So definitely check out that. If you're ever needing some inspiration, there's plenty of apps there. Let's see if I was able to get Rustan's world. Yeah, it's still refusing to load for me, so I guess, would somebody like to share the screen? You guys don't have to talk if you're shy, but you could share your screen and show the world. Or is anybody in the world that you can show us? Oh, there, I got in for like a second. Okay, I'm in. Hopefully you guys can see this. We got multiple little worlds here. A neat pet. A very excited pet for us. Yeah, I don't know why I'm still showing disconnected, but kind of makes sense here. All right, ooh, sketchy building. Very sketchy, very brutal. Let's see. Are there any Bitcoin token private keys in here, Rustan? Am I gonna find any like hyper laying on the floor that I could pick up? Whoa. Let's go. Let's see. I see some folks out there as well hanging out with the topiary. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, the rocket's in here. Alrighty. Well, so yeah, I'll try logging into this world via phone, and I'll see how it runs, and I'll let you know if I have any difficulties with it. But it is feeling pretty light, so should be good. Does this one have the dog as well? No dog in here. Alrighty. Took a bit to load, but yep, smooth. So Cheddar Kesso is saying it took a little bit, but it loaded. Very curious what you got. Discord here, Rustan. Is that like a Discord integration that you have where people can chat? And yeah. Oh, Memory, you got a question? Nice. Yeah, that's good to hear that. That's a little Discord logo. That's pretty neat. So Memory, what's your question? What do you got for us? I have like a 20% chance that I can answer it. No, it's all good. No worries. Ooh, I can equip. To date branches of H20. Huh. Up to date branches of H2. Oh, of Hyperfy. Oh, Hyperfy 2. Yeah, it'll always be at the moment, the latest and greatest is going to be dev. Hyperfy XYZ. Let me see if I could pull it up through here. Yes, people are adding features, making PRs at the moment, and so they are adding things. Everything Ash merges into main goes first through dev. So anything people add has to go through dev before that can make it to main. And so the branches that we got here, main is basically a stable version that we're not planning to like basically change or break anything. Whereas dev, there's always a chance that whatever we push into dev may end up breaking something. And so if we do find breaking changes, then we communicate that out, and then we say, okay, main will then get updated at a certain point. I think he's done maybe every 2 weeks or so on the main branch, and then everything has been through the dev, primarily through the dev branch. If you want to do stuff with Solana, then that's going to be your Solana branch. And so in terms of making features, I would say you can see some of the stuff that people are doing through the GitHub. Let me grab a link for that. Through the GitHub updates page. However, it is very short and like very not too descriptive of what people are building. And oh, okay, yeah. So for custom component. So another thing is that there's 2 different types of development that happens with Hyperfy. One is going to be the core engine, the engine itself that people modify to enable specific features, like the UI stuff. That's a core update that Ash is making, or it includes there. And so besides that, there's also that concept of the scripts in world. And so if I can looking at the code here, where's this code? Unique. Sorry, this UI is new. Okay, there we go. So the script. And so the concept of scripting, that's a separate thing. Right now there's no good GitHub or repository for the scripts that are being made. Right now we're using the showcase all hypes. That's essentially the informal repository of all the apps that people are sharing on the Discord, and we'll forward it to that area. And if you want any inspiration, that's where you pull to say, okay, what type of stuff, that's the type of stuff you would give to your AI coding assistant if you're using a Cursor or Windsurf to kind of remix from there. So, yep, cool. Glad I could help you on that front. So, yeah, I'm not too shabby. That's increases my chances of knowing things. And so, yeah, this is the new UI element as well. So I guess it is out in dev right now. So you could actually kind of see not only world stat stuff, you can also look at the app itself. So if you click on that app or whatnot, let me see if there's, yeah, there you go. So it switches it up, and then you have different screens. But this is definitely work in progress. I definitely feel like the conversations Ash and Umka and Bogey have been having, it seems like there's still work to refine here. Alrighty. Cool. Glad I can help you on that, Memory. And so I'll go ahead and give it a call it a day here, and then we will be back next week and have probably more folks on the line, not just me talking. All right, everybody, appreciate your time. I will let you folks go, and then yep, you're welcome. Thanks, Valiant. Take care, all.